ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. Welcome to sports. I'm Jared Higgs. We're here at the historic Clifford Park, and it's great to be back with you guys. But let's not waste any time. We're starting things off with our under-17 girls basketball team. They're over in Puerto Rico for the FIBA Under-17 Central Basket Championships. Let's take a look at their progress thus far. It was a rocky road in Puerto Rico as our under-17 girls basketball team did battle with the top teams in the Central America and Caribbean region. Game 1 for Team Bahamas was a matchup against a strong side from Costa Rica. Despite a decent showing from Alana Pinder, who led Team Bahamas with 13 points, our girls came up short by a score of 53-39. The youngsters would have a chance to bounce back in their second game of group play versus Suriname, and bounce back they did. Felicia Demerit led the way with 20 points, with Alana Pinder and Tania Boleg chipping in 17 points apiece in an 86-69 win. There wouldn't be much time to celebrate, though, as Team Bahamas got set to face off against the hosts. This was always going to be a tough match, as Puerto Rico are one of the favorites to win this tournament. Team Bahamas fighting hard, but eventually falling by a score of 99-35. That loss would round off group play with our girls unable to advance to the semifinals. However, there was still pride on the line. In the consolation round, Team Bahamas would play for a spot in the 5th place game, taking on the British Virgin Islands. It was a positive showing, with Felicia Demerit showing her dominance yet again. She ended the contest with 25 points. Tania Boleg would chip in 22 points, and Alana Pinder would round out the top 3 scorers with 10 points, including this 3-pointer. Team Bahamas coming out on top of this one by a final score of 79-60. That victory set up a 5th place final against Guatemala. We'll have all the highlights from that matchup in tomorrow's Sportscast. Moving on to some bodybuilding news, Team Bahamas is all set to send the team off to the CAC Bodybuilding and Fitness Championships at the end of September. Our Julian Gibson tells us all about the team that's set to head off to Mexico.
Jared, the Bahamas Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation executives and coaching staff believes that this year's team to Mexico will do pretty good.
We have a good mix of seasoned and new persons under the leadership of Raymond Tucker and John Johnson, who are there to let them know the ins and the outs of the CAC competition. I'm sure we'll have a good opportunity to be one of the leading factors, as we always are in the region, for bodybuilding and fitness.
Now, compared to past CAC games, this year's team is a younger one.
We being veterans, myself, Nato, John, and the other, Joel Stubbs, Mr. President, and Kenny Green. We, along with the other veteran members who are going to be there, we're going to coach them along, make sure they get their stance right, make sure they get all of the necessary equipment, accessories that they need to propel into the finals and then make it in the top 3.
Now, though they are youthful in age, the coaching staff is expected to bring them through.
It is a transition period for the Federation because we are trying to regroup, because there are some members who have decided to sit out this year, and there are a lot of new members, like as you see in the names here, that they're willing to give it a try because they believe in themselves and they believe that the Federation could propel them to excellence.
So let's keep our fingers crossed for Team Bahamas bringing home the gold come September. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Julian Gibson.
The Special Olympics getting some assistance from the Royal Bahamas Police Force as they hosted their torch run and fun day sponsored by Alive. As our Kelsey Johnson tells us, all proceeds go to the Special Olympics organization.
The neon green shirts could be spotted from a mile away this morning by motorists who stopped and cheered on those participating in the annual law enforcement torch run for Special Olympics.
We need to see more Bahamians, more residents participating in events like this. Too often we sit back and we complain as to what is going on in this country and all that is wrong. But anytime when we need people of our communities, Bahamians and residents alike, to participate in events such as this, it's very difficult to find them. The turnout today was okay, could have been much better, and I certainly, for one, will be pushing for next year a greater turnout.
The 4K trek started at the Nassau Street Courts and ended at the Stapleton School, where a family fun day and grill-out took place after. The initiative is a fundraiser which is designed to bring more awareness to the organization.
Certainly the media can play a fantastic role in that for us by just getting the information out, giving us more coverage at some of our events, and basically once we do that, the word will continue to spread and people will become more aware of Special Olympics in the Bahamas.
Those who are aware, how is the message received?
Well, the message has been received fantastic. We've gotten great support from all those who know of Special Olympics Bahamas. They would come out to our events, they would support any of the events we're having. But you know, just like anything else, we have to compete with all of the other things that are going on. So we just want to move up a little bit more on the list. Rather than being maybe your fifth or fourth option for something, put a second, first, maybe, you know, we'll take that.
One corporation in the Bahamas answering the call was Alive. The telecommunications company thought it fitting to partner with Special Olympics Bahamas.
I personally made it part of my mission to support Special Olympics, and the Bahamas was no different when I moved here last year. We sought out the Special Olympics and we were delighted and humbled when they agreed to allow us to be involved in our small way. We have a 3-year strategic deal with the Special Olympics. And we're playing our part really to bring this marvelous organisation alive.
The most valuable thing that we are giving is our time and our commitment and our support. I mean, we're shoulder to shoulder here today with the Minister, with the leadership from the Special Olympics team, the Royal Bahamas Police Force. That's true partnership, and as Damien has already said, all we're doing is powering it and supporting it and putting it on a national platform.
The Torch Run is just one of many activities on the calendar for Special Olympics. Next month is a big one for the organization as their sporting activities start. Kelsey Johnson, ZNS Total Sports.
And that'll do it for sports. Once again, I'm Jared Higgs reporting from Clifford Park. Stay tuned. A check on weather still to come.